Oh, I think the machine is broken.
The machine is a bit nutty, isn't he?
Pass.
Will he get this through? I mean, at the end of the day, Ken, he's putting in 8,000 to pick up 3,000, but...
That can never be
Pass.
good. But it was this time.
The Smith
No,
is...
he must-
Well, the machine, he is one of those guys who just... He feels like he always has to be increasing his stack. I mean, he's always on the road. He's not going to limp away silently, is he?
Hey, he was suited.
Here's a rundown on how to play Texas Hold'em. The game begins with each player being dealt 2 cards face down from the dealer. These are personal cards or whole cards. Players must first make a betting decision based on the value of those 2 cards alone. Now here's what you can do. You can call or match the money already in the pot. You can raise or put more money into the pot, or you can fold and get right out of there. Because it's no limit, players of course can always go all in or put all their money into the pot. Once all players remaining have put the same amount of money into the pot, here comes the flop. These 3 cards are community cards. There's another round of betting after the flop, and if no one before you has bet, you can check. That means no bet. The 4th card, or the turn, is dealt, and there's another round of betting before the river, or the final community card, is dealt. Another betting round, and when the betting is done, we see who's won. Players can win the pot by either showing the best 5-card poker hand, or if everyone else folds, you win the pot, no matter what you had.
Raise. To 6,000 total.
Here comes Paul Scullion. This is the first forward motion he's had towards the pot. And,
Liam is getting all these almost playable hands in position, but he's
Pass.
behaving. Oh, Liam is behaving.
Pass.
he really has put his screws down today so far.
Oh, look
This
at this,
flood.
look at this.
We raise.
Pocket Kings, Cowboys for Blake.
To 15,000 total.
It's sort of a mini re-raise. 6,000 has become 15. And,
Pass.
I kind of have trouble seeing Scullion not peeling off the flop here.
Yeah, I would be inclined to pay 9,000 to try to flop a set. Because you really gotta put Blake on a big hand. His hands were shaking when he put the chips in the middle. So you know, if you flop a set and get lucky, you're gonna get paid all the way. And if you flop a set, you're gonna play it fast. Then there's no escape for Blake.
Here comes the flop. Blake doesn't know what he doesn't want to see, but it is the devilish 6, and it has missed the board.
This is very interesting. Both
Check.
Graham Smith and Liam Flood had
Check.
Queen Jack. They would have
That's
both flopped a
hysterical.
full house.
They're both looking very
Look
sick.
at Liam. Why didn't I take the flop? Look
I'm
at
not
Graham.
sure who's sicker.
It's amazing. They finally fold the hand and they would have both flopped a full house.
Now, it went check on the
15,000.
flop, and now Scullion is having a pop at it. What was Blake doing by checking that
Raise.
flop?
I don't know. I guess he was slow playing.
15,000 more 30 total.
If he was trying to induce a bluff, that's exactly what he's done here. Although I think Scullion was kind of betting for value.
Yeah, I think there was nothing wrong with that bet. But now, you know, it's all over. So he got another 15,000 Blake
Nice.
by slow playing on the flop.
Well done for Tim Blake, and
Nice hand.
Liam Flood is sicker than Graham Smith. He was the
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I had a jack.
No, Liam feels even worse when Graham said he had a queen.
Hang on.
I've been going home. There must be 6 jacks in the back here.
Figured
as
out.
well.
So you had Queen Jack? I had Queen Jack too. Yeah, sure you did.
They're never ever going to believe this story. This is going to be the first question when they come off the table. Look at the leaderboard. A couple hands have been played, and it is Tim Blake with the kings up top in a virtual tie with Graham Smith.
Paul Scullion lost a few chips there with his pocket sixes, but I don't think he did anything wrong at all.
This can be a dangerous game. Some leave with a broken heart, others with a pocket full of cash. Who'll be on top of the world tonight? We'll find out after the break.
No one to play with? There's always partypoker.com.
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com European Open 3. Who will take this heat by storm and bolt into the semifinal? We go back over to Jesse May and Ken Leonard.
Thanks, Roxanne. 6 Jack and Jill still marching up this
Pass.
hill, but only 1 pail of water at the top.
That was an unbelievable heat, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Shane ain't got it tonight.
It's the only heat I've seen.
Pass.
Oops. It's no shame in calling.
Well, if you race with a 8 deuce, then you sure want to race with a 8-10.
I mean, Smith hasn't folded very many hands
Raise.
when it's been on him in an unraised
Yeah,
spot.
I was gonna-
Yeah, then
Yeah.
he basically raises every
6,000
hand.
total. Pass.
Something like 80-90% of the ones when he can. And Liam might decide to compete
I think he
here.
want to play this hand.
Think he'll re-raise.
No.
Pass.
Ooh.
Wow, he really
He
went.
wanted to play. Oh, look at this! Liam dodged the bullet.
Call.
You could have really seen Liam get stuck there.
Oh, he's slow playing. He just smooth calls. I think this is an excellent play by Carrington. Let the aggressive machine bluff away some chips here.
It
This
is.
could be very interesting.
It is. Carrington's really kept himself under wraps so far. And it's a gut straight draw there for Smith. But he's not going to check it. He's
No,
fallen
no.
into this trap, the machine, hasn't
Absolutely.
8,000.
I think
Raise to 20,000.
he? Now, is it the right time for Spencer to raise, or should he have held on one more card?
I said I would just smooth call here, but it looks like he's gonna get called, so it was the right move. No,
Pass.
no more chips.
Well, I kind of like it, Ken, because, I mean, he doesn't want it to give...
There's a flash draw there, and there's possible straight draws. There's nothing wrong with the check raising there, because you knew the machine was gonna bet.
Spencer Carrington. Slow play of aces. He's had bullets twice, and he's not far from the chip lead now. A cool rider is Spencer Carrington, now owner of a poker club in Malaga. But he's a pretty fine player himself, cashing in at the main event of the World Series.
Like the machine, you're not stealing, are you? Always the big bluffers say, oh, did you bluff me? Oh, I'll be physically ill if I find out that you bluffed me. How can you do that to me? So unfair. I thought we were
Pass.
playing poker, being friends here.
It is
Pass.
amazing, though, because the guys who are big bluffers, they bluff so much they think everybody else is at
Pass.
it, too.
Yeah, and they take it personally if they get bluffed.
To 6,000 total.
Oh, Liam Flood, 8-3
This is sick, isn't it?
on the button.
I mean, you know, Graham the machine raised with the 8-2 suited, but the 8-3 suited is an absolute piece of cheese.
Not if you play blackjack, though.
And why has Spencer decided to flat call
Pass.
this? There's a man behind him. Is it kind of a halfway
Well, it's
play?
it's a weak ace. You don't want to commit too much, really. I like the call.
But he smells smells weakness from Liam.
Yeah, he always smells bluffs and weakness, Liam.
Check.
Flood's actually got the best hand right now, although
8.
Carrington
8,000.
does have a lot of outs.
He might try to go for a check raise bluffer, and I can't see Flood.
Pass.
Oh, he's passing, so Flood wins it.
Carrington playing it steady, and yeah, Liam taking that down. If you raise with these kinds of hands before the flop, you cannot be shy about betting the flop no matter what.
No, you have to bet it, otherwise there's no point in re-raising pre-flop or raising.
Comments on the interview earlier about you.
You have to be consistent, absolutely, if you play that crap hands.
Looking at the leaderboard, it's Blake on top, but in second and third, two people who should be completely ashamed of themselves. Liam Flood, Graham the Machine, Addit Merchants.
Raise to 7,000
It's going to be a
total.
pretty competitive heat, don't you think?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like everybody's got a
Pass.
Call.
Call.
Now, this is the first time that Smith and Flood are going to be in a pot together, and Liam has decided to call rather than re-raise.
Yeah, because he's got a hand now, so he doesn't
Pass.
need to re-raise. Oh, look at this. Quite a tight fold with ace-jack. I don't blame him. This is a raise and a call.
Seven.
Ace-jack out of
Call.
position. I don't mind folding.
Oh, I think
Pass.
Spencer would have been on the button there, but Blake from the small blind has decided to
Wow!
come in with
Oh, he
king
folded on
nine
the button.
suited.
Okay, okay. King. Yeah, I don't like this call at all by Blake.